Thanks, guys. Closing out the 2019 High School Football Media Day with Walnut Ridge and Coach Jeff Blake. So thanks for coming, guys. Coach, if you don't mind, just start out with an opening statement.
First of all, I appreciate y'all doing this. This is awesome, and it just pretty much, football season's close whenever you're up here giving a media day, and our senior team, we had pad camp today. We've been doing pad camps all summer long. They're picking up on the offense. They're learning to do offense. We're running the spread offensively. And these guys up here, they're good senior leaders, and I'm excited for the season to start.
And introduce who you brought with you.
I've got Jonathan Alba sitting right here beside me. He plays defensive tackle and offensive line. Then I've got Tristan Hart. He's an outside receiver and corner. Then Andrew Brewer, he's my quarterback. This is his third year. He'll be the third year starting quarterback. He also plays corner. And then on the outside down there is Isaiah Mabry. He plays receiver and defensive back also. And then this is Coach Ward, my defense coordinator.
So Bobcats under new head coaching for the first time in a little bit. So just how has your transition been for you?
Transition been great. The kids have been awesome. They come to work every day. The attendance in the summers, it's been great, and I'm just looking forward to the season to start.
Have you had any pleasant surprises over the summer? Maybe someone that you think now is going to be a key contributor that maybe wasn't last year?
The biggest surprise would probably be my center, Grady Privet, and then Landon Sane playing slot receiver. Those two really didn't get to play very much last year. I mean, all these guys up here, they've played significant minutes in the past, but those two guys have really stepped up, and they'll be able to make some big plays for us this year, and Grady will be a good cornerstone for our offensive line.
Coach, your first year at the helm, what changes will you make schematically for the Bobcats?
Well, last year they ran the double slot. We'll be running the spread this year offensively, which we'll do a lot of read option stuff. It'll be a lot like what we did whenever I was at Greene County Tech under Coach Conaway, and a lot what Coach Sears does at Hoxie. We'll be doing a lot of the same stuff. It'll be a little bit different variation because I'll take some stuff that I learned from Hugh Freeze at ASU, and we've been putting some of that stuff in there with the quick game and screen game. So that'll be the scheme. Offensively will be different. Defensively, we changed from a four front to an odd front, so we'll be running odd front most of the time. We'll still do multiple stuff, but it'll be mostly based out of the odd front.
Now, you talk about the odd front, multiple alignments and all that. How aggressive will you be as far as stunting and blitzing? We
will try to stunt probably every play. I mean, offense or defensive linemen, they'll be stunting every play, slanting, pinching, and then our linebackers, they'll be based off of those stunts. We'll blitz them some, but it'll be a lot more aggressive with our stunts. Our defensive linemen will be really our two outside guys, our two DNs. They'll be slanting most of the time. Then Alba here will be playing nose, and he'll be pretty much the gap clogger.
How big is your nose guard before we start talking to him?
How big are you, Alba? 6'7", 325.
Good-looking kid. It's a good start there at nose guard. One more question to you, Coach, and then we'll get into the players. As far as offensively, you said spread. Specifically, who can we look at as weapons, playmakers for the Bobcats?
Well, just with the screen game, it'll be the two outside receivers down there. They play my X and Z receivers. And then my quarterback, he'll be running it quite a bit. And then Cole Manning's our running back, and he's very good. He's one of the best backs in the conference, and he'll be touching the ball quite a bit. He's actually sitting in the stands down there. So he'll be touching the ball a lot this coming season.
Andrew, if you would, just talk a little bit about third season at quarterback, bring experience to the table. Just talk about that experience and what that should translate to.
Yeah, 3-year starter, you get a lot of knowledge built up from season to season, and it's going to be new this year, but I feel like playing that same position for so long that you understand it better and you can better off yourself with it.
And allow your two receivers there to kind of talk about working with you and what that experience is like and how they're going to help translate some wins for you guys.
Yeah, both of these receivers right here, they're pretty much my main targets. And during off season this season, we've put in a bunch of work in the field house. We all got this group chat, and we text in and come up to the field house and throw routes all the time and work out together, and that helps a lot because then you start learning your receivers, so you kind of know the timing and when to throw it and how to throw it, and they each got their own ways, but you can learn from it when you practice with them.
I want to let you pass the mic to those two and just talk about your possible strengths to help this team win, and kind of reiterate working with him.
Together all the time, great chemistry, and I feel like that is a good thing you need to get wins. And I feel like we keep doing that and keep progressing each practice, each pad count, each little 7-on-7 thing we do, that we can have a chance to do great things this season.
Yeah, Andrew is a really good quarterback for us because we got very good chemistry, and we got some speed on our team this year, and I think we're going to do pretty good on the X and Z's. So.
A question for Coach Ward. Defensively, other than your mountain man right there in the middle on the nose, what's the rest of your defensive front going to look like?
Right now we have Nash Gill. He's returning. He got hurt last year. Missed after Osceola game. Got hurt. We missed him. He missed 6 games. He's back this year. He's going to be a senior. He's 6'2", 220. He runs the ball, flies the ball. We got Cole Mann. He's going to be playing safety for us. He flies the ball. We got some new guys. We graduated quite a few last year, so our defensive line is going to be a little bit at first. Right now, it's going to be a little suspect, but I think as we get more reps, we're going to get better. At corner, Tristan plays corner for us, and Andrew plays corner, but we're probably going to use him sparingly this year because we've always had to use him in the past because we had injuries. So it'll give him some breaks and rest on the offense, and that'll help us out a lot. But in throwing situations, he's going to be in there, and Isaiah's going to play some corner and safety for us. But we have the most team speed we've had in a while. We're not as big up front, but like I said, we're with Albo. You know, he's a good-sized kid, but we got some kids that can run. So we're going to be able to fly the ball. We're going to be able to stunt, do some things we haven't done in the past. I'm switching from the 4 to odd front. It's like I said, we're learning as we go. Coach Blake's done it in the past. He was D coordinator at Hoxie, so he's been a good help to me. We're going to, like I said, we're going to try to fly the ball. We're going to try to make it hard on them offensive line to get on us. If we can do right, we'll give people fits. I know that.
One more question. Talk a little bit about your special teams.
We'll talk about that.
Whoever.
Special teams wise, we have a kicker. His name's Adrian. He's very good. He'll be back this year. He did some kicking last year. He was the backup, and then he's been working hard in the spring. He kicked a 40-yard field goal in the springtime, and then whenever he was down there practicing, he hardly ever missed any extra points. Or we'd also just move him around hash to hash, and he was very good. So we'll rely a lot on him in the kicking game. He's able to angle it on kickoffs, so we can sky kick it, or he has a pretty good leg, so he can kick it deep. He can kick it around the 10-yard line, to the opposite 10-yard line. So he's got a very strong leg, and we'll utilize him, and hopefully we can pin some teams back and give us good field position.
Hey, Coach, if you don't mind, just talk a little bit about the conference, the toughness of the conference, and kind of walk us through that and how that prepares you.
This conference is very tough. I mean, 1 through 8, there's plenty of depth. I mean, you have Corning, and they've had a lot of injuries in the past, but they'll be able to, I mean, they're going to be a lot better this year. I know Manila has a good sophomore class that moved up from 9th grade. They were very good in junior high. Harrisburg will be much improved. One of my friends is their head coach, and we talk quite a bit, and I know that he does a good job, and they'll be very good. I mean, you obviously have Osceola and Newport. They're always up at the top of the conference. Both of those coaches do a great job there, and they'll be very tough to beat. And Coach Sears he's very good, so Hoxie's going to be tough to beat also. And hopefully we can win some football games and get us good seeding and make a good run in the playoffs.
Yeah, so kind of running a spread, and that you're telling me this Walnut Ridge Hoxie game is going to be even more exciting now.
Yeah, it'll be more exciting, but it doesn't take much to get these kids excited. I mean, it's every game's important. These kids know that, but the Hoxie Walnut Ridge game, it's very important for Lawrence County, and these kids will be fired up. I probably won't have to give a pregame speech for that one. they'll be ready to go. So.
And lastly, Coach, if you don't mind, just a closing statement, just enthusiasm, optimism, everything you're looking forward to with this upcoming season.
Like I said, I mean, hopefully we can win some games. I mean, that's the expectation. The expectation is to win. These kids come to work every day. They're learning me, and I'm learning them, and how we can use each one in situations. But I preach to them all the time: is play as hard as you can and play as physical as you can. Everybody's going to make mistakes, but as long as you do that, we'll be okay. And the expectation is to go out there and play as hard as we can, and hopefully we'll come out on top.